Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to share with you guys a few of my new habits that I've implemented into my life that have made such a huge difference. I feel like I had the need to share with all of you in case anyone wanted to grab an idea or two. When I mean they have made a huge impact, I kid you not. So it's nothing crazy and it's things that I'm sure you've heard before, but I never knew it makes such a huge impact as it has made my life. And it's like with anything, it's consistency. It just, the little bit every day adds up. So let's start right off. I have 3 tips or 3 habits that I have implemented into my life that have changed my life drastically. So tip number 1 or habit number 1, let's up early. I know we hear this all the time. The early bird gets the worm. We get all these sayings, right? So I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I used to be that person that I would wake up when my baby or my son would wake up. And recently I started getting into like that 8-9 o'clock in the morning. So I would kind of just wake up, they wake up, I wake up. I had no alarm. I didn't have an intention of getting up earlier, anything like that. And recently I switched that mentality to, I don't care what's going on, I'm gonna wake up early. But keep in mind, I do try to sleep early as well. So whenever I put them to sleep, I really try to get my nighttime routine going fast so I can go to bed early so I can get a good amount of sleep. Anywhere from 6 to 8 hours, 5 to 8 hours, no less than 5, because that wouldn't be good for me either. So right now my wake up time is 5:30 in the morning. That's my goal every day. I set my alarm and I make sure to do little habits such as putting my alarm further away from me, so I have to physically get up and turn it off. Before, I used to leave the phone right by my bed, which is not a great idea. So make sure do that. Or there's this rule that you count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, get up. So your mind kind of resets instead of snoozing. I do that as well, but mainly now I hear my alarm, I get up right away and I turn it off and I stay up. So by me waking up at 5:30, sometimes even at 6 o'clock, depending what time I go to sleep, it's been amazing because now I wake up, I do my morning routine, which is, brushing my teeth, I do my meditation, I do my little stretches, whatever it is I need to do. I like to do lymphatic massages. I've been doing that for a few months now and it feels amazing. That's a whole nother and I do my routine, have breakfast going, and by then they're waking up 7. Sometimes my daughter wakes up at 6:30, but even then I have a whole hour to myself. So I feel like, when your cup is full, you have a lot more to give. Exactly. Or I have more time because I already did my things, which is change, brush, the real basics, get myself out of my pajamas, brush my teeth, get my eye boogers off my eyes, the real basics. At least that's done. So waking up early, no matter what, even if it's a weekend, I hear some people say like, oh, I'm going to sleep in today. No, it doesn't matter what day of the week it is. Your routine should still be the same. Your habits should still be the same. I still need to do, my stuff before they wake up. So whether you have kids or not, it's a great thing to implement. Tip number 2, which is honestly the best change that I've done so far, but I'm going to leave it as number 2 because it goes along with waking up early, or at least with me, it goes along with my day. I first wake up early and then I do my little morning routine, and in that morning routine, meditation, that has been the biggest change. And that's kind of why I wanted to wake up earlier, because I wanted to make sure to have my meditation before my kids woke up, and that would not have been possible if I kept waking up at 8-9 in the morning. So what was happening, I was waking up later and I would have to fit in my meditation during the day or later on in the afternoon, or I would just skip it. And which what happened was I already had a lot of thoughts going on in my head by mid-afternoon that it was a lot harder to get into my meditation. And first thing in the morning, it's the best, because the only thoughts that you should be having in your head are maybe the thoughts that you want to sleep. When you went to sleep, you had these thoughts in your head. Those are probably the same ones that are lingering in the morning. And meditating in the morning, it's like a reset for your day. It's a great way to start your day. It's a great way to harmonize your body. So starting your day off with meditation is amazing, because let's say I'm having a rough midday. if I meditate in the morning and I made sure I put out all the things I'm grateful for, once those rough, chaotic moments happen during the day, it brings me back to like, whoa, this is what I'm grateful for. I can't get mad at this. I can't get upset over this. I need to be grateful for this. So it brings me back to that. It also brings me back to being able to be in tune with myself, because you actually learn like, wait, why am I really being triggered by this? Is that person really doing that to me, or is that my perception of that? And meditating lets you learn all these inner things that we have inside ourselves. So meditating is a must. It is a must. And there's so many guided meditations online. I follow guided meditations by Dr. Joe Dispenza. Just type it in on YouTube and kind of just meditate for what I feel at the moment. And that's, like I said, tip number 2, meditating. And it takes a long time to really get used to what meditating feels like. Because in the beginning, it feels like, oh, I'm not doing the right thing. I'm having all these intrusive thoughts. But that is meditating. That's part of it, is learning how to let go of these intrusive thoughts while staying in the moment. Because a lot of times I just want to get up and like, oh, I have to cook, or I want to clean, or I have to do this while I'm in my meditating state. It's so hard to sit down and not move for a certain amount of time, but it just starts with a little bit of time. You know, you just 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever time you have. And it's that consistency, doing every single day, that will make you that much better of a person. All right, and my tip number 3, or habit number 3, whatever you want to call it, is intentional movement. So I always had that all or nothing mentality. I've always liked to work out, but I did go through this phase after giving birth to my kids where I'm like, I have no time to work out. We all have time. We all have the same amount of time. We all have the 24 hours in a day. You have to make time. If you really, really care about something, you make the time. And working out, you should really care, because that's the way to longevity. That's the secret to being older and still being able to move and having energy and vitality. Movement. So when I had that all or nothing mentality, I would tell myself, like, if I don't have an hour to work out at the gym, or even 2 hours, sometimes I would tell myself, I'm not gonna go. Like, there's no reason to. So I changed my mentality to, I call it intentional movement. Even if it's 15 minutes, even if it's whatever time you have, we all have that little bit of downtime during the day, whether that be, I don't know, you find something you like to do. For me, I like to listen to podcasts or YouTube videos. So sometimes I don't have time to go to the gym, or I have, I'm with my kids all day. I'm like, hey, we're going to go on a quick walk around the block. Oh, hey, I have a little bit of time. I told my husband, like, hey, I'm going to go on a quick run. And for me, a quick run is like a jog. I do a mile or something small where I could listen to a 10-15 minute video, a podcast or something, some music, or even nothing, just listening to nature. But I call it intentional movement, because I intentionally am moving my body because I know it's good for me and I know it does me good. And honestly, moving is what brings you happiness. It brings you joy. You're in a bad mood, go dance around. Play some music and dance around and tell me you don't get in a better mood. So that's another tip. Even if you don't have a lot of time, it's that little bit of time every day that adds up. So the consistency, whether, like I said, walk around a little bit, jump around, stretch. That's another thing too. Before, I used to love lifting weights. I used to go to the gym and just lift weights as heavy as I could. And now I don't. Now it's whatever I feel at the moment. Like, what does my body feel like doing today? I listen to my body. Sometimes I just want to stretch, and that's fine. I'll go into the sauna, I'll stretch. I'll do something very lightweight and I'll walk and read a book. Or some days I feel like doing sprints and like some faster kind of cardio workouts. Some days I want to lift heavy, and that's fine. So I honestly try to listen to my body, and I'll have ideas already. Like, sometimes I write on my notes, ideas on like a workout, depending on what I feel like that day, right? So say I like to lift heavy weights and I like to work on my legs. So I'll have a workout ready on my phone, for legs, and workout ready, or upper body workout ready. And I go into the gym and I feel like doing legs. I'm going to do legs, So that's more of an intuitive way of working out versus having that plan and, hey, this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. This is more of a lax way of working out. But for me, like I said, it's intentional movement, and it gets me going consistently. And once I have my mindset like, all right, I have this goal for my body. So then I'm going to have this goal. I want to put on weight. I want to lose weight. Then you follow that weight plan you already had. But as far as just getting movement, so you're not stagnant and you don't go days without moving, just move. Just move whatever your body feels like moving, walking, anything. Just get that movement out there. So I really wanted to share those 3 habits with you that have really impacted my life, because I feel like I'm in a phase of my life where I really know who I am and I really like who I'm becoming. And if it wasn't for those daily habits that I've been implementing, I wouldn't be here, you know. So like I said, it's definitely finding who you are and just that everyday consistency. And it doesn't take a lot because it's just a little bit. Don't put high expectations, just consistency. So like I said, meditating has been a game changer. It's so important to meditate, to put yourself in that state of mind, at peace, inner joy, whatever words come to you when you think of meditating. And there's so many videos out there now, so many. I listen to some on Apple Music. There's just so many sources out there to teach you how to meditate that it's like, why don't we all try it, you know? And you don't need a lot of time to meditate, 5-10 minutes. So that's one. And I said working out, whether it's a little bit of walking, just being out in nature, or whatever movement you want to do. But for me, I love being outdoors. And the other one was waking up early. Like I said, that's been a big change, because without that, I wouldn't have the time to be able to meditate and do my workouts and whatnot. But if you do have the time without waking up early, that's amazing too. Then you could just do the meditating and the intentional movement. So I hope these tips and habits really do impact your life as well. And if you have any questions, comments, please message down below. And please let me know what you want to see. And I'll keep posting things that are working for me. And hopefully you can learn a thing or two from them. Have a great day. Bye.